Good morning, everybody. Hello, hello. It's Thursday, October 12th, 2023. And my name's Jennifer Cotton. I am a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in Midlothian, Texas. And that means I teach people how to make greeting cards, scrapbook pages, gift packaging, and more with stamps, ink, paper, and lots of cool tools. So good morning and welcome. Thank you for being here, whether it's your first time or you're coming back. Thank you so much. Again, my name's Jennifer Cotton. I've been a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator for almost 22 years. November 20th will be 22 years. And I do this as a full-time business. So thank you for watching. It does help me just watching this video, clicking like, thumbs ups, follow, subscribe, notifications, all that stuff helps me very much. So thank you so much for doing that. I see Sue was the first one here over on YouTube. She said, hi from cloudy and windy Green Bay, Wisconsin. Started counting down the days until the 2024 cruise. Yes, I'm so excited, Sue. I'll get to meet you in person. Plus the cruise is just exciting. It's going to be so much fun. Good morning, Lori in Minnesota, liked and shared. Julie, good morning to you over on YouTube. Hey, Mary Jo, good to see you. Thanks. I'm glad you got to catch live as well. Linda, good morning in Mansfield. Yes, great morning for stamping. It's cloudy. It's like not even going to rain. It's just gloomy and cloudy here today, or right now anyway. I think it's going to clear up later and it's going to be like 81 degrees here in Texas where I am. Deborah, good morning in rainy Hilton Head Island, South Carolina. Thanks for sharing, Julie. V, good morning from California. Yay. Thank you for watching for your first time. And France, hey, good morning to you, France. Okay, so like I said, my name's Jennifer Cotton. I do this full time, so I offer lots of events, and I'm going to tell you all about them. But before I get started on that, I want to remind you guys that later today, after this video is finished, I will add timestamps down below in the description on YouTube. You'll just click more or show more under my description, and that will open up all the links, including those timestamps. Once I get those added, that will allow you to skip around straight to the card two, straight to specials, straight to events, whatever it might be. So there's that. And then I will add a link up here that will take you straight to my blog, stamptherapist.com, where you can see the pictures of all the cards I make on the videos, like full close-up pictures, measurements, recipe cards, class information, all kinds of info is there. Sign up for my newsletter, all that stuff. So that is that information. Cindy, good morning. Mary Ann, good morning to you. Diane in North Carolina, thanks for sharing as well. Cindy, thanks for sharing. And one more over here, Landa, good morning to you. Okay, so as you guys come on, please do feel free to say hi, whether you're watching replay or you're here live right now. It doesn't matter. You will be entered to win the 3 cards I'm going to make today. Trying to pick it up with the Pick Your Patch bundle. So I will tell you more about this bundle right before we start stamping. And yeah, it's going to be awesome. So you will be entered to win those cards just by saying hi, talking to each other. Like, it doesn't matter. But if you make a comment, you'll be entered. And then if you share the video, just comment that you shared, just like Cindy and Diana just did. And that'll get you entered again. And of course, those things help me. So thank you very much. Good morning to Margie and Kelly. Good morning. Okay, so I'm going to jump in with my events. Like I said, I do this full time as a business. So I offer tons of events that anyone can take anywhere in the United States. They're all offered to go. Hey, Dorothy, good morning. But some are offered in person. So all of my events are going to include your PDF tutorial with detailed step-by-step instructions and all the measurements. We cut, die cut, punch, and emboss everything possible unless otherwise stated in the class registration. You will cut your own designer paper and kit components. And of course, you can get the tutorials only anywhere in the United States. Just register for those during my class registration time. So that means, like right now, for example, the retreat in a box. If you want tutorials only, register for those now during this registration time. And anyone in the US can take my events, like I said. So first is my 4 monthly classes. Every single month, I do 4 classes that anyone can take. And in person, I do them all at the same time. Getting a thing in my throat. So it's card class, scrapbook class, Stamp a Stack, and sampler. And card and scrapbook are $15 or free with a $20 order. 4 cards for 15, 3 12 by 12 scrapbook pages. So the 4 cards we're going to make at card class this month are the cards I'm going to make on my video today. I'm going to make 3 and show you number 4. So we're using Pick of the Patch bundle for 3 of the cards. There's kind of a sneak peek of the class packet. And Bag of Bones for the 4th card. So 3 fall and 1 Halloween. I started to say Christmas. And anyway, it's 4 cards for $15 free with a $20 order. You can come in person. You can take it to go. You have to fill out the registration link, though. Either way, it's limited supplies on that. And then scrapbook class is 3 12 by 12 pages for $15 free with a $20 order. Incredible deal. These are the 2 of the 12 by 12 pages we made last month. So obviously it's too late for these, but super cute though. That's the Halloween, what is it called? Bag of Bones. I keep wanting to say Them Bones, which is the name of the paper. Anyway, that's the Bag of Bones bundle that I'm using for that 1 card. But you're going to make 3. And this month we're going to do 2 that are fall using the autumn leaves and 1 that is Christmas. I'm trying to find it on my notes so I don't mess up. 1 that's Christmas using Merry and Bright. And then in November, we'll make page 2 to Merry and Bright plus 2 more Christmas. And it just continues on like that throughout the year. So that's scrapbook class. Then I have my other 2 are the clubs you can join. Now you can take them individually if you prefer. You just save money if you join club, and you can cancel anytime. And they're priced differently because they include over $20 in merchandise each and more, bigger projects. So sampler is going to be the autumn leaves bundle. It's a beautiful bundle. I've got the paper. It's going to be autumn leaves. Let me back up. Card class, you need to register by October 19th or while supplies last. These classes are in person October 21st, mailed October 23rd. So card and scrapbook register by October 19th, but it's while supplies last. I may have to tell you I ran out if you register later. Okay. Sampler and Stamp a Stack. These are my clubs that you can join, but you can take them individually. You need to register for these by this Sunday, October 15th. That's the deadline, this Sunday. So sampler is going to be the autumn leaves bundle. And it's a 12 by 12 piece of framed art. Here's the one from last month using, I blinked out on the name of this. But anyway, you might recognize it, Modern Garden. And then here's the additional one we did last month for Halloween with the Bag of Bones. So that's what a sampler looks like. And then you put it in a 12 by 12 shadow box. That's what I recommend you do with it anyway. And you can decorate your home, your craft room, which I have 2 or 3 in this craft. Actually, I have multiples in this craft room that are not framed and on display. But maybe I only have 1 framed right now. It's over there. You guys can't see it like it's over there. But it is one I made with Shelley Gardner and Sarah Douglas when I was on my $1 million trip. They designed it and we made it together. So that one's framed. It's Christmas themed though. Anyway, long story short, that's what sampler class is. It includes over 20 in merchandise. It's $35 for club members or only $37 if you're not a club member. Register by October 15th. How do I register, you might ask? The easiest way is to join my email newsletter, and you will get email reminders with the links to join, but you can also just ask me for those links. You can join my email newsletter right now in YouTube. The link is down there, and in Facebook, I'm going to put it as a comment in the video after I finish. I'll put that link as a comment. I mean, no, I won't. That's a lie. We're not allowed to do that. I'll put the link to join my email newsletter list as a comment. Sorry. And then you can, or you can just ask me for it. Hopefully I'm making sense. So there'll be different links, one to join the club, one to just register for the class as a one-time thing. Okay, next up is Stamp A Stack. We're going to make 12 cards, 4 designs, 3 of each. These are, we're using the Very Cute bundle. And these are 3 of the 4 cards, which I did make on a previous video. So there's 1, 2, 3. And then there is a 4th card, but Landa has it. These are actually my video prize. So if you didn't watch that video, go back and watch it and make a comment so you can be entered to win these cards. That's how it works, YouTube or Facebook. But anyway, that's Stamp A Stack. So 12 cards, over $20 of merchandise. We cut, die cut, punch, and emboss everything possible for all 4 of these classes. You stamp and assemble with the detailed PDF instructions. And your deadline to sign up for Stamp A Stack and Sampler is Sunday, the 15th. Sunday. All right, let me catch up here. If my mouse will work. Nancy, good morning from North Texas. Awesome. Dorothy, good morning. Linda. I think I see you on this side, Linda. Okay, Tracy, good morning. Oh, thank you so much. You're so sweet, Tracy. I appreciate that. Joyce, good morning. Charlotte, good morning to you. Holly, watching from cloudy Greenville, South Carolina. Margaret, good morning in Mint Hill, North Carolina. Oh, wait, sorry. Greenville, South Carolina. I think I said it wrong. And Margaret's in North Carolina. Darlene, good morning in cloudy Miami. We all have cloudy, apparently. Cindy, good morning to you. Linda, hello in Idaho. Just finished breakfast, saving video to come back later. She says, love that sampler. Thank you, Linda. Rosemary, good morning to you in Long Island. Martha, hello. Joyce, thank you so much, Joyce. And Martha, oh, Martha grew up on Long Island. Awesome. Okay, so anyway, that's the 4 monthly classes. They're happening Sunday, October 21st in person or mailed on the 23rd. Any questions, just let me know. Okay, retreat in a box. I finally got it designed. I'm so excited. I just needed time. So here's the sneak peek, but I'm going to give you all a better sneak peek because you are watching my video and I appreciate you. But you're going to make 10 projects. They're all 10 sneak peeks right there. You're going to get over $50 in merchandise. You're going to get a bag that's personalized. This is all Christmas themed. So a bag personalized and Christmas themed to our retreat and a bunch of gifts from us. I think it's 5 or 6. I cannot remember what April and I landed on this time. April McCray is my retreat partner. So she does some of the gifts. I do some of the gifts. I design the projects. And yeah, so you can sign up and take this to go. You'll get your PDF tutorial. On this one, you do need the dies that we're using to cut those portions. And then we'll cut like the basic, like, I'm trying to think, stylish shapes, dies and stuff like that. Anyway, it's all in the registration form. And then so I'm going to show you a sneak peek of those projects, but there's 2 additional add-on classes you can take. And I'm going to show you real quick what we're using for those. So mine is the Wishes All Around bundle for a sampler plus 3 cards. So obviously that's all Christmas themed. So Wishes All Around. And then April is doing these Magical Meadow Stamp A Stack, 12 cards, 3 designs, 4 of each. And I believe I feel like she made them Christmas themed. Anyway, they're beautiful cards. She designed hers already. I have not designed my class yet. I'm hoping to get that done. I'm hoping to get it done this week, but if not, next week. So first of all, I just want to say you can take only her class, only my class, or only the retreat, or you can mix and match it any way you want. And that's all in the registration form. You can also do the tutorials only in that form. But your deadline to register for this one is, guess when? Sunday, October 15th. So you got to get on it. 2 things are deadline Sunday. The retreat in a box, and my 4 monthly classes. I'm going to check. I just needed a pen to write down what I've shown. Okay, I'm going to put my camera down for a minute and give you a sneak peek. So you're going to make 10 projects with this retreat. Gorgeous, if I may say so myself. I'm going to, like, this is a fast sneak peek, because if I did a slow sneak peek, you wouldn't need to take my class. There's a sampler, there's scrapbook pages, there's a box. I think it's going to be amazing. So I definitely recommend you sign up for that. So any questions, let me know. If you need the links, let me know, etc. Sandy, good morning in Marshfield, Marshfield, Wisconsin. Donna in Cary, North Carolina. Let's see who is in. Catherine in Northern Virginia. Good morning to you. Good to see you as well. Okay. Next up, Christmas tags and cards with Allie. So you can still sign up for this class. I don't think you're getting the box, that physical box, because of, I don't know if you are or not. It'll depend on when I mail it. But I'm just keeping all the stuff in this box because it's easier. But you're going to make 10 Christmas cards using the Festive Tags kit, which is currently sold out, by the way. But don't worry, I got you. I still have, I think, 7 or 8 left. Let me see how many. Yeah, 6 or 7 left. Anyway, you're also going to get $43 in merchandise total, including that tag kit. 10 cards. You can also make 5 of the tags that the kit makes. They're adorable tags. Like, I mean, just getting the kit for the tags alone is great. The kit comes with this twine and some dimensionals and stickers, all kinds of stuff, and instructions. But these are the 10 cards Alejandra and I designed for you. We will give you a PDF tutorial, step-by-step instructions, and we did add a stamp set. We used the Merry and Bright stamps for our greetings and little ornaments and stuff. So this is the sneak peek of this class. Half the cards designed by me, half by Alejandra Gomez. And yeah, so I recommend you register. So let me read my notes. When is the deadline? October 25th is your deadline to sign up for this, but it is a while supplies last due to that kit selling out. And the kit is coming back, but we don't know when. So I doubt it'll be before our class deadline, but you never know. Hopefully that makes sense. If you want to register for that, just go ahead and do it now. 10 cards, 43 in merchandise, deadline October 25th. Okay. Move these retreat samples as well. Sorry, let me grab them. I'm trying to keep everything organized today for after the video. I have bingo tonight. So after this video, this table needs to be cleared off and set up for bingo projects. So thank you to everyone who signed up for bingo, and you will get your PDF tutorial this afternoon after I type them this afternoon. Mary Jo, let me write you down. Treat in a box. Send link. If I don't write stuff down, y'all, it doesn't happen. Let me highlight it. No problem, Mary Jo. Cindy already signed up for card class. Yay. Thank you, Cindy. You're so good. Always registering for my classes. Stella, good morning to you. And good morning. Lovely to see you as well. Shirley, good morning. Thanks for sharing. Chris, good morning. And Gian says, yippee for bingo. Yes, I'm excited. I just have a little prep to do, but it's fine. Like, I'll get it done. Okay. In-person retreats, don't forget, you can still sign up for those if you want to join me in April live and in person in Temple, Texas, right next to Austin, Texas. We will be there March 28th through 31 and June 20 through 23rd. You can register now. You'll get an 8-foot table. It's huge. You get a huge bright light. There's plenty of lighting in there, even in the middle of the night. You'll get your meals. You'll get a bed to sleep on. You can pay extra and get a massage while you're there. You will get to use April on My supplies to make the 10 make and takes, 10 or more make and takes, which we don't know what we're using yet. That will depend on new catalogs that come out in January. And obviously later, the new one in May. But anyway, the point is you won't have to supply the stamps yourself. You can use ours. And same for whatever classes we offer. We have tables set up where you can stamp those on your own at your own pace all through the weekend. So any questions on that, let me know. But we would love to have you in person at these retreats. And then, of course, cruising. So we have our January 2024 cruise. It's coming up. We're getting emails from our what is it called? Travel agent, final payments due, blah, blah. So it's like really getting here. But you can still call them and see if you can get in on it. Last I looked, we had 3 crafting spots. So it's January 28th out of Galveston, Texas on Harmony of the Seas. And then next year, we're also doing January 2025 on Harmony of the Seas. So if you want to sign up for that one, let me know and I can get you that link. We'll be advertising that more heavily later. Also, just a heads up for the January cruise, it is like a weekend retreat, but on steroids. So way more projects and all that. We do offer it to go. So keep that in mind. That will be offered to go more toward December, January from me. So you can watch for that coming as well. Martha, thanks for sharing. Hey, Zana, good afternoon to you. Good afternoon. Okay, and let me just real quick, because I just got to do it. I'm going to show y'all some pictures from our last crafting cruise, because you can see how much fun we were all having, how excited we were to get off the boat and go explore in Mexico, and how excited we were on the ship as well. The space we had, which is a little bigger this year, and different ships, so it's actually a little more modern of a ship, so a little fancier, but this one was awesome. It was totally fun. Where you do your classes, self-paced, and I think that's my last picture there. Yes. Okay, so links for all this stuff will be in the 1 o'clock email today. I don't know if I said that already, but I said join my email list, but at 1 p.m. today, I'll send an email wrapping up this video. And at the bottom is links to all this stuff. So that's why I said join my email newsletter, which you can join right now down here in YouTube, or just go to stamптherapist.com and a thing will pop up and ask if you want to join my email newsletter. Or you can ask me for that link as well. And I'll post it as a comment in the Facebook video after the video. All right, let's move on to specials. As a reminder, as always, this holiday catalog that came out in September is While Supplies Last. So yes, they are restocking many of the things right now, but this ends at the end of December, like first day or two in January, basically. And so as things run out, they have to look and see, okay, can we get enough, or can we get it back in stock before nobody would want to buy it anymore? So they have to weigh all those options. So my point is, if you want it, get it now. That's your best bet. Yes, we have several things on not orderable, but they are coming back. And most of them are coming back in October. Actually, some are November, but a lot of them are coming back in October. I can give you dates of any products you need. So that's my point. If you see something you want, I would grab it now just in case. So we have that catalog. We still have the designer paper that was special released whenever that came out. And got it. I had a loose hair on my arm. It was driving me crazy. Those papers are gorgeous. There's a silver and gold sticky back glitter paper. There's a tartan foil. There's like 5 papers all together. So just go to my online store and click online exclusives and you'll see those. We also had, well, I'm just going to, I'm like, how do I say this? I'm just going to tell you all about the starter kit special. So there is a special for anyone who wants to buy the starter kit, which would make you join my team, but with no obligation. Many people have joined my team and not ever interacted with my team, nor sold, nor bought, nothing, because Stampin' Up does not make you do any of that, nor do I. But the special is incredible. It's just a good money value for you guys. So this is in October only. It's to celebrate Stampin' Up's 35-year anniversary. So you can get 35, there was a weird thing on my screen, 35% off of our normal starter kit, or 35% more product and pay regular price. So I have it in that little box that says contact me if you have any questions. I have the numbers broken down. So for $64.35, you can pick 125 or less of any merchandise of your choice. That's the 35% off. The 35% more is pay $99 and pick 168 in any merchandise you want. 168.75 or less, to be exact. You're also going to get a free past paper pumpkin kit, and you're going to get registered automatically for the $77 on-stage virtual convention with Stampin' Up, which is our yearly convention where they release new products, they demonstrate the new products, they give us like class trainings. Sarah, the CEO, will talk, they'll do state of the company, blah, blah, blah. Like it's got something for everybody, depending on what you're interested in. You even also get to take part in a pre-order if you choose, because of course, no obligation, as it says in all caps. So it is an incredible deal. You're getting, like, if you choose the $99 kit and pick 168 in merchandise, when you add tax and shipping that you would pay me for $168.75, add the $77 and add the paper pumpkin kit, that's about $304 worth of stuff for $99 plus tax, free shipping. And then if you choose the other kit that is where you pay $65 and choose $125 in merchandise, add tax and shipping, add the $77, add the paper pumpkin, that's about a $252 value for only $64.35 plus tax, free shipping. It's just a great deal. Whether you want to do anything after that or not. Now, of course, there's a million things you can do after, which I did print out. This is over on my blog, stamptherapist.com. Click on join my team, I think, at the top, and all this info is typed in there. These are the perks, just some of the perks of being a demonstrator. Like, it doesn't even say friendships you can make, like the non-tangible things. But anyway, one thing I highlighted here is you get, when you join my team, we have make and takes every month that are very inexpensive that you can purchase. But your first one is free when you're on my team. You just have to register for it. When you're under me, I should say. I also do all my monthly all my tutorials, period, are uploaded to the team group. That includes events I do with Alejandro, with April, and with Genevieve Co. All those tutorials are uploaded for free to our team Facebook group. We have the team Facebook group, etc. Now, again, I have people who never join the group, who never get their discount on their own purchases. And of course, I have many who have been active for years who've never sold. Everything's optional. So if you have any questions, I would like to answer them. I am going to do a video that's just dedicated to answering those questions. So please watch for more info on that. I just have to figure out the date I can do it, date and time. But I'm going to do a video for that. But this ends October 31st, so we can't waste too much time on this special. And then when you get the starter kit, you can add on some, if you choose, with your 125 or 168 in merchandise. I'm going to point the camera down and show you some new product that came out. And this is only a small portion of it because I didn't purchase it all. But this, and I think I told you guys about this last week, but I didn't have them here. So there are some new products coming out in November that customers will be able to order while supplies last in our online store. And these are some of them. So we have this adorable Fluffiest Friends stamp set. It's a it is a red rubber stamp set. It has all these really chubby little sketched animals that you can color in. A bear holding a honey pot, a cat holding a pot with a flower in it, a bunny rabbit holding a cupcake with a cherry on top, a beaver holding a heart made of sticks, a cat holding a balloon, and just a little bird looking off to the right. It's not holding anything. Then there's like a nest that's just outline sticks. So each stick could be colored in if you wanted to. An image of 3 little bees, again, outlines, and an image of 3 flowers kind of growing straight up from the ground there. So that's Fluffiest Friends. So the point is, you can add this to your starter kit. When you click the link to purchase the starter kit, you can search and see all the online exclusives that we are able to pre-order there. We also have these adhesive back dragonflies and birds. They're little, I would call them gold, sticky back dragonflies and birds. There's actually 2 different. The birds are going 2 different directions, I believe. Yeah. These are just like the brass butterflies we have. Maybe a little lighter weight though, but they pretty much look like that. Then they have this gorgeous Meandering Meadows 6x6 designer paper. So it's like Monet style art on one side and watercolor brushes. Did I show this stuff last week? Because I feel like I've said this already, but it might have been in my team meeting. I feel like I did show it last week. Anyway, brush strokes on the back, because I remember someone telling me like brush strokes, but it's a gorgeous Monet style scenes like fields and flowers and trees and stuff. Then this pecan pie, what do they call it? Center stripe ribbon. So it's like a vanilla or cream ribbon with a stitch of pecan pie down the center, one single stitch. But now that I've seen it in person, it definitely matches perfectly also with crumb cake cardstock. And I know we can mix and match all colors, but it matches perfectly with crumb cake. So you can mix and match. I actually used this on my cards today. So you'll get a little piece of this ribbon if you take card class. And then last but not least that I purchased is this glitter paper. It's called 3 Color Glimmer. It's 12 by 12. And you get Highland Heather, Pretty Peacock, and Petal Pink. Gorgeous. And they do all look great together. The Pretty Peacock is the prettiest one to me. Like, just when I see it in person, it's a big wow. Anyway, so that's just some of the stuff you can order. If you're already a demonstrator, you can order it now. And of course, we get our discount on top of any prices, sale prices or not. But if you're not a demo, then you can join the team, get the special, add any of those products you want, including others that I haven't purchased yet. Yeah, so that's what's going on with that. Okay, I'm going to tell you or remind you guys about my monthly online ordering special. Hopefully I'm done with my pen. We'll see. And then show you some swaps, and then I think we're ready to stamp. Right. So let me point the camera down. Yeah. And by the way, I love Xana said, let me put the camera down so I don't, just look at me while I put this on here. I love the friendships that have been made due to being a demo and love of craft. Exactly. That's what almost all of us say, right, Xana? That like, yeah, it's nice that we get a discount and we get perks and we can, do it as a job or a business and all that stuff. But the people, like just being able to meet all these people and have these lasting friendships is amazing. So anyway, and that's, with all my friends I've made, they're not all doing this as a business by any means. Okay, so over here, there's 4 cards. Put this down a little bit. That I made last week on the video. Well, I made 3 of them, but anyway, with the Merry and Bright stamp set. We made this one where we put packing tape on top of the ornaments and made them shiny. This one with the melon mambo foil paper for those ornaments. This is the one I didn't make on the video, but it's got that silver glitter paper. It's super awesome. And then this one, possibly my favorite because of all of the glitter and shine with those ornaments there. This is the class you can get free from me this month with your online order of $25 or more. Like, what's a better deal? I don't know. No shipping. I mail it to you next month. There's no cost other than placing an order, which you were going to do anyway. You have to use my host code unless you go over 150. And I don't know if y'all can hear that phone ringing, but it is ringing. There's the host code right there. And don't worry, all my videos have a link to a video. All my emails have a link to a video where you can watch how to enter the host code. So $25 or more gets you this 4-card class mailed in November. 50 or more through October 15th, you're also going to get a full pack of the iridescent adhesive backed discs. And I've ordered several of these. So if I run out because they're temporarily not orderable, I'll substitute a different gift for you based on who ordered in what order, like by date. Anyway, I've ordered many of these to supply to those people who earn that. So $50 or more discs plus the 4-card packet. Again, we cut, die cut, punch, and emboss everything possible on these 4 cards. Landa's going to probably quit after this class, honestly, but you guys will love it. And then if you go over 150, let me grab this graphic real quick. Don't use the host code. That's the only time. If you're 150 or more, don't use the host code. And not only will I give you my stuff, but Stampin' Up will give you at least $15 in free merchandise for hosting. And again, it's in my video how to enter that, because a lot of people miss out on. No one misses out on it. But I had one time because she didn't understand how it worked, and we had to call. So the point on that is, if you're over 150, make sure you get your rewards as well. If you need help on that, let me know. All right. So that's what's going on with my online ordering special. That's for the entire month of October, 1 kit per person, but I do offer 2 different full free accessories throughout the month. Good morning, Terry. Mary Jo is agreeing. Xana, she says, best part of being Xana Baxter, best part of being a part of this community. Yes. Terry, good morning. Oh, Terry says great therapy too. Definitely. That is why my team is called the Stamp Therapist. Definitely, Terry. Judy, good morning in Casa Grande, Arizona. All right. Okay, so this is my team. Speaking of team, but it's also just so I can show y'all extra samples. My team meeting swaps for last month. My team, every month there's an optional swap you can participate in. All of these were mailed or delivered to me because we did a Zoom meeting. So you can participate from anywhere every month. And however many swappers we have is how many cards you make. And that's how many, you get back 1 of each. So they got back a lot of cards this month. I think we had 9 swappers. This was from Amy. Gorgeous with the snowflakes, like in the sort of pinks and purples, just gorgeous. So that was Amy's. This is Evelyn. Love this set, Evelyn, by the way, side note. This one was from Sandy, and I just love how she used this unique stamp set we have in the mini catalog, which has like a thermos and other thermosy images mixed with the fall stuff. This one is Martha. She has some beautiful coloring, by the way. Martha. Elaine, also with the coloring, but gorgeous card. She used that die that cuts out the Christmas trees in the back. Dorothy. I remember some and some I blank out. Dorothy did a lot of coloring as well, which I always appreciate that because they have to color so many. This is Kelly, just beautiful. The coloring, like just the colors do it. This is Mary Ann. And every month my swap is a contest as well. And the team gets to vote and the winner gets $20 in merchandise of their choice from me. So this was our winner from Robin. Awesome card. It stands up on your desk like this. And let me show you the back. So you can write your note and stuff on the back there, of course. That's obviously the very cute stuff. So team swaps. I share those with you guys for more ideas, but also just want to tell you that if you're in my team, you can participate in that if you choose to. Oh man, Marsha's having bad shoulder pain today. Everybody send Marsha good thoughts. Thank you, Marsha. She says all Jennifer's card classes are great, fun, very reasonable. Thank you, Marsha, and good morning, by the way. Xana, anywhere. I don't know what I said about it. I mean, I'm sure I said something that anybody can do it, but yeah, in your own country, probably. See why it's a winner. Y'all, I got to read these comments right when they come up so I can relate. Okay, so the cards I'm going to make today are with the Pick of the Patch bundle. I'm going to, while I'm talking about it, give myself access to my stamping stuff, I guess. Okay, so Pick of the Patch. This is a bundle in the mini catalog, of course. It is a photopolymer stamp set, mainly pumpkins. I'll give a description in a second. And then the Pick of the Patch Builder Punch, which is, trying to get no reflection. 2 different pumpkins from the set. There are 6 pumpkins in the stamp set, but it punches out 2 specific ones. Plus, it punches out the stem of the pumpkin and a leaf. So it's a great punch. It's amazing. And then the Pick of the Patch stamp set, they're all solid images, no need to color anything in, which I love. They're not super realistic pumpkins. It's basically like 3 sections, 3 chunky, cute sections that form a pumpkin. Some are taller, some are shorter, etc. So the tallest, largest one fits the punch, and then the next size down fits the punch. It's a little shorter, basically. They're both about the same width. So the biggest pumpkin, is, make sure these are the same size, but I believe they are. Yes, actual size on the front there. The largest pumpkin, 1 1/4 by 1 1/4. Okay, then there's one that's the same height, but it's skinnier. There's more of a gourd that goes over to the left at the top, so it's taller than the original pumpkin, but skinnier. Then there's basically just, we have large, medium, small, smaller of the same shape of pumpkins, basically. There's a little bit of difference in the shapes, but you get the idea. There is a stem with like a tree trunk where all the leaves have fallen off. So it's growing from the ground up and then 4 stems sticking off of it with no leaves. Blah. Then there's a branch with leaves all over it, so you can add that to the tree. There's 3 single leaves that, of course, can be fallen on the ground or falling to the ground. There's a crow bird. Again, not super realistic, a little cartoonish, super solid. Just the eyeball won't have ink on it, and the beak will not have ink on it when you stamp it. So you can color those in if you want or whatever. 2 little, what are these things called that grow off the pumpkin? They're like strings that curl up. Can't think of the name. The stem of the pumpkin. Is that even called a stem? I think it is. A leaf that's like a 3-point, it's a rounded but 3-section leaf that fits the punch. Y'all can tell me what kind of leaf it is. And then another leaf that's kind of the same style of leaf, but you only see it kind of from a side view, so it only has 2 sections. A jack-o'-lantern face that's smiling, super solid. Just stamp it on top of any of these and it'll fit perfect. Well, if it fits. Then we have a dot, little, very small, maybe 1/2 inch area of solid dots for accessorizing these pumpkins. Then we have the greetings. A harvest of blessings. You're the pick of the patch. Happy Halloween. Thanks so much, and cutie pie. Okay, so there's the bundle. And then I'm going to use some paper, a couple of papers today, but I'll just quickly talk about those when I use them. So this is my card class for October 2023. And this class is $15 or free with a $20 order. You can register for it now. And the deadline is October 19th or while supplies last. You're going to make 4 cards, 1 of each. No product is included because it's so inexpensive. So we will supply everything you need: the ribbon, the embellishments, the designer paper, etc. And it will be for 4 cards, but I'm going to make 3 today. So here is the little tub for them to use in my in-person class, and then check out if you're local and you want to take this home and stamp. You'll have, besides regular tape runner, additional adhesives like glue dots and dimensionals, silicone craft sheet, of course, if needed for the class, dimensionals, dies, stamps labeled with the color, and the ink pads, and the punch will be in here too, but I need the punch for the video today. So that's what, these are the supplies for this class basically. And I'm going to need to access those, obviously, to be able to make these cards. Okay, so card class, register now, register now. In your packet, we're going to have some loose gems here in the front because you need them on 2 different cards and it's easier to not separate them. You're going to have 2 scraps of white for a couple of the cards. And then I have to, this is like a random side note, not random, but it's like TMI, but for this card, I designed it after these, so you'll get a separate piece of white for all the stuff you need to stamp on that one. But I'll figure out that size later. Okay, so these scraps are for a couple of the cards, these white and these gems. And then here's the first card I'm going to make today. This is how your card packet will be packaged up. This one has different gems, so they are in there. You got ribbon, everything's die cut, as you can see. So this is card number 1. Card 1. So for this one, we have a basic white card base, 5.5 by 8.5. So you take your 8.5 by 11 cardstock and cut it in half. You can cut it either direction. You'll get the same size card once you fold it in half. I'm going to use my bone folder to fold it, which will give me smoother wrinkles on the inside than if I use my hand, plus less dirt from my hands. And that is your card base, which fits into the invitation size envelope, which is the same size as this clear one, which is what I use, but we also carry them, of course, in white and vanilla, super high quality envelopes. Okay, so that's my card base. This will be a portrait up and down card. I'm going to put that aside. And then the other pieces you need for this particular card are this pre-die cut Pretty Peacock cardstock. So it is from the Radiating Stitches dies, and it's almost the full, sorry, my stamps were sliding off the table. It's almost the full size of your card front. By the way, I put the measurements for all these cards over on the blog at 11 a.m. Central. This is like 3 7/8 wide, basically, this die by 5 1/4 after you die cut it. So it's just like not quite a fourth of how we cut it, but it's good enough to fit on the front. Let me show you the die. I have these packaged up. Chris, everybody give Chris a round of applause. She's going to cut for this class. Ignore my note there. Because we reuse baggies. Here's the die. Here's the other die. This one right here for this white paper. These are from that Radiating Stitches dies, which are, we're going to just literally sit these down right here. Goodness. Radiating Stitches. These dies right here. Okay. So then we have this white Radiating Stitches, which fits perfectly inside. So when you die cut that peacock rectangle, it puts this awesome framed stitch around the edge, a good 1/2 inch frame stitch. Then you can put anything you want inside, or you can die cut the next layer down, and it has a little stitching frame as well. Okay, these little old olive gems right here are from, let me grab the right packet. They're from the Ombre Matte Decorative Dots, which has, I think, Coastal Cabana, Night of Navy, Calypso Coral, and Old Olive. And so you're going to get 2 large and 2 small for this card. 2 large and 2 small. I was pointing to it, but my hand, the thing was covering it. You're going to get a piece of the pecan pie bordered ribbon. Gorgeous. And then last but not least, a little basic white label, and I'll show you that die in just a second. So this is the pecan pie bordered ribbon, of course, in the annual catalog. The little oval die, a lot of people don't know there's some cute shapes in this mini pocket envelope dies. So that little oval die is from right there, but I'm using it. I mean, I packed it up for Chris, but anyway, see this there's like a little scalloped rectangle, a tag, all kinds of cool dies in this set. Mini pocket envelope dies. Okay, so I'm going to stamp on, spam risk is calling me. I'm going to stamp on the white rectangle up and down and the label, of course, for my greeting. And I do need scratch paper for the white, for the rectangle. Okay, so I'm going to use Old Olive, Early Espresso, and Pretty Peacock ink on this card. How are y'all doing over here? Hey, Danny. Yes, this bundle is super versatile, not just for fall. I love it. I was like, what symbol is that? Michelle, good morning. Hey, Debbie, good morning. Xana, thanks for sharing, by the way. Yes, Marcia, she says, love the ribbon also. Okay, so I'm going to open all these ink pads because this is a whole thing. And this card is like a totally different color scheme than the other 2 cards I'm going to make with the pumpkins today. It's like the fun fall card. Not that the others are not fun, but y'all know what I mean. Okay, so I'm going to grab the, what do I want to stamp first? Let me just do this greeting real quick. So I'm going to stamp thanks so much. So thanks is cursive, so much is all caps underneath it, but it's like all cute. Cute all caps, cute cursive. It makes it compact the way they've designed it so it fits into that punch, which is like 1 inch, not punch, die cut, 1 inch by 1.5 oval, stitched oval from that envelope dies. Okay, so put that back. Now I'm going to stamp on this card the tree with no leaves. The tiniest baby pumpkin. Oh, I do need my scraps for this. The leaves that go on the tree. The leaves that go on the ground. What else? I think that's it. If I need, oh, the stem. The pumpkin stem. Okay. So let me do this tree first. I honestly don't remember how I stamped it yesterday. I just made these cards yesterday. Okay, so I'm going to stamp this tree in espresso toward the right at the bottom of this white die cut piece in its up and down form. Then I'm just going to add in Old Olive the, man, stuck my finger in the ink pad. Tap, tap, tap. Do not press hard. I'm going to stamp these 3 fallen leaves image. It's 1 image, but it's 3 leaves. I'm going to stamp it several times across the bottom of the paper, like they just fell off that tree, just like that. Then I'm going to add branches with leaves to this tree because it just looks cute. So yes, there's leaves on the ground and on the tree, and I'm stamping it in Old Olive. So I just like made up how to do this. I don't really know for sure. Like, I don't think you're supposed to necessarily stick them to these branches that are, or these, yeah, dead branches. Not dead, but you know, leafless branches here. So I'm just basically anchoring them to the trunk of the tree. Anchor them to the trunk. Stamp as many or few as you like. Re-ink every time unless you're going for that stamped off look. Just something like that. Fill up the tree. The greeting's going to go up here in the top left corner. Yeah, I think that's good. Okay, so that's stamped. Now, last but not least, I'm going to grab these scraps. So these are my examples that I'll put out at class and post pictures of in the typed instructions. I do recommend you stamp basically in the places that I've stamped the stuff to make the punch work easily. So that means for the peacock small pumpkin, the smallest pumpkin, I'm stamping in a pretty peacock. I'm actually going to put it all the way over here to the right bottom corner of this rectangle of basic white. And then putting the stamps in here was like a game, like whatever that game is where you have to keep moving stuff until it all fits. And now I'm afraid I've ruined it. Okay, and then I need 3. Oh, I need another color, pecan pie. I need 3. No, I don't need 3. For this card, I need 1. I'll get the other 2 later. Pumpkin stem. So I'm going to stamp it sideways, just as shown here, on purpose, because that's how the punch will fit it. And I'm just going to stamp the 1 for now. I'll deal with the rest later, I guess. Should I stamp them all now? I'm just going to stamp them all now. Actually, this will be save y'all a minute later. I don't remember what other card. Okay. Now this pumpkin, this little baby pumpkin, does not have a punch, so we have to hand cut that out. We can punch out the stem. I mean, yeah, the stem. Where did I set that punch? There. Okay. So hopefully you see what I mean about why I stamped it in the location I did. And I'm just positioning that. I'm holding it a little bit with my left hand, my right hand, so that it doesn't shift too much when I'm not holding the paper. And then I can add extra pressure with the other hand and punch. There we go. Now we have all our pieces. To put this card together. Okay, so pretty simple card. I'm going to grab Stampin' Dimensionals and adhesive, Stampin' Seal. So first I will place the pretty peacock die cut almost 1/4 of a sheet of paper on the card base, which is basic white. Check these comments. Okay. Hey, thanks for sharing. Is that Pat? Yes. Good morning, Pat. Ooh, internet just came back on. Oh, I hate losing internet. Hate it. Apparently Spectrum loses. Actually, it's cloudy today. I'm surprised we didn't lose it. But I was going to say, every time it rains, we lose internet with Spectrum. It's like a thing. We're not even talking storms. We're just talking rain. So I always dread it when I wake up on video day and it's raining. Okay, so I added Stampin' Dimensionals to the back of the basic white rectangle where we stamp the trees and leaves. And that's just going to go right in the center of the card. Boom. Simple. Then dimensionals on the back of the greeting, of course. I'll just put 2. You can put as many as you want. I use the mini Stampin' Dimensionals for everything. You don't have to. You can use the big ones. I forgot to hand cut out my little pumpkin. I'm going to do that. The readers. Just going to make my scissors real big and cut as long as I can without reopening the scissors. Turn the paper with my left hand. Keep the scissors still in my right hand. And yeah, just cut it out. It's basically a little oval, so it's not too hard to cut out. Not too much detail, you know. And with the white background it's going to be on, it's not too stressful. Like, it doesn't have to be too perfect. I mean, your imperfections, which I can see mine against this dark background, they won't show as much. Okay, so before I put that on the card with the dimensional, I want to turn it over to the back. I've got my silicone craft sheet here to protect my table, and I just added a little tape runner at the top back of the pumpkin. Uh-oh, I hear the cat. She's headed my way. And then I'm just gonna lay the stem down on the table and place the pumpkin on top of it and position it. The stem is a little tall for this one, so you tuck a lot of it back under. Then I will add a couple dimensionals, even though this is a tiny pumpkin, because I want to put one over the stem and one down at the bottom to balance it out. So the little pumpkin will go down here to the left of the tree trunk. Super cute. Then we're going to tie this ribbon in a bow. And then we'll make it a small bow. So you'll have a strip of pecan pie bordered ribbon just like this. You're going to make 2 bunny ears. Well, you can do it however you want. I'm going to make 2 bunny ears. Lots of space in between. See how far apart my 2 bunny ears are. 1 ear in each hand, forefinger and thumb. All my fingers and thumbs are pointing at me. And the ribbon is never twisted and turned. It's flat, flat, flat. Take the right loop or ear and go over the left, and then push that right one down into the rabbit hole. Yes, this is a smaller piece of ribbon because we're making a smaller bow. So that looks ugly, but you're going to fix it. Pull and pull. And we want a pretty small bow. So keep pulling and then tightening. Sorry, I'm shaking the camera. Tightening your loops. Pull, tighten the loops. And that's how you make a small bow. See how much wasted ribbon we're going to have? Because to make a small bow, you still have to use... It'd be better if I could do it from the roll. But anyway, to make a small bow, you still have to use a good amount of ribbon. I'm going to cheat and use my retired amazing ribbon scissors. Because I just want to make sure this ribbon cuts good. So if you're coming to my in-person class, bring some decent scissors. And we have this cute little bow. Here she is. Everybody say hi to Brittany. Can you see her? Yep. Move, you're going to get cut. I'll move her in just a second. Let me throw this away and put my scissors back. Okay. Bye. Okay. And then Stella says, hi, Brittany. Would a fork bow work here? I think, yes, Stella. I think that's a great idea. I'm looking for my glue dots. I think Stella's right. That could be a great fork bow. I might have to, my fork is not over here. I'll write a note to test it for class. And I have fork bow videos over on TikTok. If anybody's like, what's a fork bow? I have a couple of fork bow videos on TikTok. So they're real short, but they give you lots of details there. Okay, so this little bitty bow is going to go, I'm going to use a glue dot, peel back, reveal one dot, fold it down so that it's flat against the roll. You can push as hard as you want, just like in the olden days when the packaging was different. The bow goes down there at the bottom right-hand corner of the greeting. And then we're just going to add these embellishments and we'll be done. So I'm going to use my Take Your Pick tool. I took it out of my cute little Take Your Pick tool holder. By the way, ask me if you want to get one of those. And you have 2 large and 2 small ombre matte decorative dots. So yours might be darker or lighter than mine, depending on which ombre you get. The lighter side, medium, or dark. So mine are kind of medium old olive here. So I'll put 1 large one up at the top right on the white piece, and then I'll put the 2 small and 1 large bottom left. That's card number 1. And it says, thanks so much. You could put any greeting, of course. I mean, you might have to modify the little, not use that label necessarily. But yeah, so there's card number 1. It is part of card class this month. Oh my gosh. Linda says, I love how you tie bows. It always makes me remember when I was little how I tied my shoestrings. Thank you, Cindy. Thanks, Linda and Cindy. Yes. So I never did a bunny ear bow when I was a kid. A customer is the one who taught me a bunny ear bow for card making. And I had been stamping for years when I finally learned that. And she changed my life on bow tying. I can tie a normal bow, but sometimes depending on what you're doing, it's just way more difficult for me, and it doesn't turn out as cute. So, okay, there's card number 1. Also, you can have a chance to just win this card I just made just by commenting on this video, live or replay, Facebook or YouTube. It all counts. Okay, I'm trying to I'm pausing because I'm thinking, where do I set this? Where do I set that so that I don't lose my stuff? Okay, so now we're going to do card number 2. See, Xana's, that's still how Xana ties her laces. Thank you, Debbie. Thank you, Pat. Okay, card 2. We have a crumb cake card base. Notice what ribbon I have in here, the one I showed you earlier that matches crumb cake so well. So this one is crumb cake, 5.5, 8.5, 8.5, fold it in half with the bone folder. And this will be a portrait up and down card as well. Then for this one, I'm using the Them Bones designer paper, which it's about half strictly Halloween and about half fall or masculine or whatever you want it to be. I forgot I just have these pieces here. But some of the pieces are pretty much strictly Halloween, so you decide if you like the paper or not. But this is the sheet I'm using right now. It's a big orange and pumpkin and Cajun craze and black plaid design that's distressed. It's gorgeous. Then the back is Halloween. It's little tombstones, very small tombstones all over in different colors. Then we have this sheet that has the skeletons of people, cats, and dogs all over it. There's little bats in the background. It's on a black distressed piece. And then the pumpkins, sorry, not pumpkins, the skeletons, cats, and dogs are Cajun craze, pumpkin pie, sort of a vanilla or a light pumpkin, and white. Anyway, and those all fit the dies that go with that bundle. The back side is a great fall paper. Now, technically, if you look close, it looks like little bats. But if you just use it as fall paper, I don't think anyone would notice the bats. It just looks like a herringbone, orange, white, and Cajun design pattern. Then, of course, you got the black that really does look like bats because they have little bat faces on them, black herringbone bats. In the back of that has a whole scene of tombstones and bats and fences and R.I.P. Jack-o'-lantern, tomb, sweet tomb, creep it real, Ricky D. Bones. Then we have this Halloween piece, which I'm using this on my Halloween card that we're making, which I'll show you at the end. It's like a basic gray background distressed with bones that form a forgot what that one is. I forgot what that's called, the zigzags. I'm like, is this herringbone? This is, I can't think of the word. Anyway, they go up and down, up and down. It's like little V's of bones all across the card, or W's. Okay, and then the back is Cajun craze with little bitty white skeletons and black bats and half moons all over it. And we have, of course, a traditional Halloween pumpkin pie with bats all over it, little bitty bats, little bitty moons, white stars. The back of that is a neutral. It's starry sky with sort of very slightly slanted diagonal starry sky distress stripes. There's this sheet that's basically all Halloween because it has all these sections you can cut up, like one rectangle that says boo, one that says trick or treat, etc. But some of them are just patterns. I mean, those are technically bones forming some triangles there. However, if anyone didn't look close, they wouldn't know. Anyway, in the back is pumpkin pie with boo eek printed all over it in white in very tiny print. So that's them bones, 12 by 12. Yes, Linda. Ooh, Linda, good point. She said, so glad I did the paper share with you because now I can make this card. That's right, because you have a 6 by 12 piece of this paper. Thank you, Linda. Good point. Okay, so my next layer on this crumb cake card base is a 4 by 5 1/4 of the large pumpkin and Cajun craze plaid. Then the next layer is I have a piece to go across the front, like left to right, a strip of Cajun craze. I'll have the measurements on the blog at 11 a.m. Central. And then a strip of the pumpkin pie herringbone pattern. Again, it's little bats, but nobody's going to notice that, to go fit inside the Cajun craze. So that's just a strip across the center of this card. Then next we have a pumpkin pie circle and a basic white circle pre-die cut. These are the deckled circles dies. And those went unorderable. I can't remember if they're still not orderable. The two I'm using are pulled out of there for Chris. I'm going to look. Who said very late? Marianne, yes, replay, no problem. Although I don't know if everybody knows this, but on YouTube, if you are watching live, you can pause and rewind. I didn't even know that, but it's because customers and friends told me. I'm going to look up real quick the inventory. I feel like deckled circles came back. Yeah, they did. So never mind. They're not even in danger right now. Knock on wood. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Number 8 and 9 from the largest are the two I use to make these two circles here. Deckled rectangles. So pumpkin pie, large, white, which obviously is the one I'm going to stamp on for the next layer. Then I have two pieces of ribbon. The first piece is the copper and, I have it here. Do this from memory. Copper and natural ribbon combo pack. So you get this super wide natural ribbon. It's a dark natural. It's like 1 inch wide, like a burlap, but softer, thin and soft. 1 inch wide. Now it comes with this gorgeous, like 1/4 inch copper, literally metallic copper ribbon. This is coming back in stock very soon. Let me get that date. October 23rd, the week of October 23rd, this ribbon's coming back. So if you want it, I would set my alarm to check periodically that day and order it as soon as it comes in case everybody else is waiting and it goes back on back order. October 23rd. I had enough on hand to do my class. Like I have a lot of this ribbon. And then not last, but the other ribbon is a piece of that pecan pie ribbon. Let me think of the name. The one I showed you that's on pre-order right now. Center stripe, pecan pie center stripe ribbon. It's like a vanilla or cream with a stripe of pecan pie down the middle. Okay, last but not least, we are going to pre-punch for you a pumpkin pie piece of paper with the smaller pumpkin from the punch, and pre-punch a pumpkin pie, yes, and pre-punch a pecan pie stem. So no stamping on those two, just pre-punch them. Now, this pecan pie has been embossed with the distressed tile embossing folder, and so what we normally do is just emboss a piece of paper. Now, if we knew, I didn't know what I wanted when I did this the first time, but if we knew, I would cut strips the width of the punch and emboss those strips. But anyway, so the distressed tile embossing folder is amazing. It's in the mini catalog. It is while supplies last. I mean, I hope it carries over, but all we know right now is it could be while supplies last. And it's this amazing, like, distressed tile. So that's where that came from. Now, for stamping, we are going to first do the greeting on the circle, and then everything else will be on these scraps. Oh, no. Well, okay, I lied. I forgot what the card looked like, to be honest. I got it, though. I got it. Don't worry. I need a leaf. I'm going to grab my scratch paper. Put my circle on there. I'm going to stamp in Cajun Craze the word a harvest of blessings, the greeting. And I want just to stamp it as low as humanly possible on the circle. So it's a long, skinny greeting. So it's a visual. You just go as low as you can on the circle without going off. You know what I'm saying? I think you do. Then I'm going to stamp directly on this page this is Cajun Craze. I got to be just like in class. Read the color labeled on the stamp. Okay, so I have these two stamps labeled in Cajun. This one, it's the gourd style pumpkin, and with a box, the stamp set box. Small, medium, large, extra large. It's the medium pumpkin that will be in Cajun on this card. Okay, so we're going to put one pumpkin on the right above Harvest of Blessings in Cajun Craze, the gourd on the right. Okay. And I want to modify how I have this on here. Get more, yeah. Okay. And then the smaller pumpkin on the left in Cajun Craze. Tap, tap, tap. Do not press hard on that ink pad or you're going to get a terrible image. Gorgeous. Then I'm going to add the little stem, but not punch it out. Just stamp it in pecan to both of these. Then there are two different of the little strings. I don't think anybody told me what they're called. Y'all know that's your responsibility, right? Where's the stamp? I'm looking for it in my case. Right here. There's two different images of these little stringy things that come off pumpkins as they're growing, you know. And I'm using the smaller of the two, not that it really would matter if you're making this at home, to stamp at the top coming off toward the right of this gourd in pumpkin pie ink. Okay, so on that circle, that's all I have to stamp. And then I also want one of these leaves, the one that you can punch out, of course, in Old Olive. But on my scraps, so I can punch it out. So I'm going to... Now, this punch, this leaf on this punch, it doesn't matter if you put your paper in from the right or left. There's no waste. Like the pumpkins, it matters. this pumpkin, because it's sideways, the smaller one needs to be on the left side of your paper so that you wouldn't have to feed it in and cross over and waste here. And then so I have it where you guys will punch this one first and then this one second. But same deal with this one, you would want it on the right side. I hope that makes sense. The leaf doesn't matter because there's nothing on the left and right of it. But what does matter is these might be stamped a little too close together for comfort, because you get a little punch from these pumpkins right above it. So long story short, it's going to be better if you do one at a time. Even though you know you need 3 for all of my cards, I would stamp one, punch it, stamp one, punch it. Where is the stamp? Did I get it out already? Okay, I found it. So I hope that made sense. But based on something I ruined yesterday, I'm going to stamp one leaf and punch it out. And I only need 1 for this card. But I just want to show you what I mean. If I had stamped a leaf right here, okay, that one's fine. But there was some where I punched off the top of the leaf. Okay, that's all that matters. So be careful. I hate it when things don't cooperate and they actually work. See, this right here might have gone into my next leaf, if that makes sense. And I think that one would have. So anyway, I hope that makes sense. Just stamp one leaf, punch it, stamp, punch, stamp, punch. It'll be better. Now I have the other leaves for the next card, but just trying to prove a point there. Okay. Those 2 aside. Grab you. Still need that. Oh my goodness. My phone made a buzzing sound. And it scared me. Like I thought I had a phone call coming in, which would mess up the video. Okay. Here we go. We have all our pieces now, I believe. So to put this card together, it's kind of one of those in order cards. I'm actually going to take my scissors. I'm going to, again, grab my good ribbon scissors. Hey, Cheryl, good morning. Loved the last sampler. Thank you so much, Cheryl. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. I'm going to fold this natural ribbon that's 1 inch wide in half. And from the open side, not the folded side, from the bottom of the open side, I'm going to cut up at an angle. So I hope that makes sense. Just cut that V, however you know how. So there's a little V here. And then this is just one of those cards you have to kind of do the stuff in order. Okay, so this piece of ribbon, this natural ribbon, is going to go down the center of my designer paper, almost to the very bottom with the point there, the V, and wrapped around the back. So the first thing I'm going to do is add some adhesive to the back and stick that ribbon down. Then I'm just going to add a little adhesive right down the center. I'm talking 1.5 inches max. This is me, because I just don't like how ribbon looks when it's glued down. Like I feel like it ends up showing. But I just want to tack it down right there and it'll be fine. Now I can put this on my card base. So anytime I've stuck ribbon to the back of a piece of paper that I'm gluing to something else, I always put adhesive on top of the ribbon on the back side as well. That just secures it even better, where it will not come out of your card later. And then I'm attaching this designer paper to my crumb cake card base. This natural ribbon also is a great match with the crumb cake paper, by the way. Next, I'll attach my herringbone strip of designer paper to my Cajun Craze strip of cardstock. Measurements, blog, 11 a.m. Central, stamptherapist.com. It's typed right there. And this is a strip that goes across the front of the card, basically centered. But, I'm eyeballing it. I am putting more adhesive than normal because it's going across this piece of ribbon. So it doesn't really honestly matter if you forget and the ribbon is on top of this piece. It doesn't matter. This is how I put mine together. What matters is you put that ribbon behind this designer paper before you glue it to your card base. Okay, I'm going to attach this circle, the white circle that I stamped, to the pumpkin circle flat, and then that entire piece is going to go on Stampin' Dimensionals on my card. So for this, I put 4 dimensionals like that on the top, bottom, left, right. I'm also going to, because I know they will stick to it, I'm going to place 2 dimensionals directly on the card front. Again, I'm using minis, but whatever size you want, where they overlap this strip of cardstock down the middle and maybe the ribbon. Because guessing where that place is on the back of here is not possible for me. That just is going to secure everything down even better. So this circle just basically goes in the center. Then, of course, we're going to grab our silicone sheet, add a little adhesive to the back of the pumpkin, top center of the pumpkin, and stick down the pre-punched pecan pie stem. And that, what was I going to say? Oh, the stem, you can turn, it kind of tilts to the left. You can turn it, which if you want it to tilt to the right or left, you can switch it back and forth. Okay, so I have my one leaf I stamped and punched out in Old Olive on white paper. I'm going to put a dimensional on that. And again, about 2 dimensionals on the back of this pumpkin. And then I'm actually going to stick the leaf down first, because it's going to go under the pumpkin a little. So the leaf is part of this left pumpkin. So, but I placed it so that it is facing to the, it's on the right-hand side of the stem and facing to the right. And then the pumpkin, I put this dimensionals only in the center, one on top of the other. I mean, one above and below the other. Partly so that there's nothing on this left side here to make it wonky with that leaf under it. So this pre-punched embossed pumpkin goes right in the center. Now we have 3 pumpkins there. It's all good. And then you will have your, oh, this might not be, what did I do? Hold on, let me look. 1, 2, 3. Oh, yeah. Sorry, I'm doing math. Okay, so in your packet, you're going to have 2 large, 2 medium, and 2 small of these gems. These are the adhesive back solid gems, which come in copper clay, boho blue, and lemon lolly. You're going to get copper clay in your class packet. And this card will get a small, medium, and large, and the next card will get a small, medium, and large. So I'm just placing these, a large and medium bottom right on the white piece, and a small top left of the white. Something like that. These are faceted, like they're really shiny in person. They sparkle when you turn them. Okay, and then we just need our bow with the pecan pie. I can't remember the name. Ribbon. I'm going to do a bunny ear bow. I already showed how to do that. And this one's not as small, so you don't have to get as tiny with it. You could, but you don't have to. Just like a normal size bow. This ribbon does flip, and it's a little bit different. I mean, I'm not even sure if it really is. I think it is a little different on one side than the other on these tails. It doesn't really bother me. It's not enough of a difference. But if it bothers you, you just literally have to physically turn the one side, the one tail that has the wrong side facing out, and make it face forward. I need to trim the ends, but I'm going to grab, or I'm just going to attach this with a glue dot. As a reminder, you have a chance to win these cards just by commenting on today's video, even on replay. So I'm putting the bow bottom left of the circle. Even on replay, even on YouTube, even on Facebook. Yeah, that's good enough. Okay, here's card number 2. Card 2, vines. Thank you, Holly. Woohoo! Vines, I think you're right. These little things that it's like the little things that grow off the side of the pumpkin. I think Holly's right. They're called vines. Woo! Cheryl. Ramona, thank you. Okay, so there's card 2. Card class. Wouldn't y'all like to come over to DeSoto and stamp with me and Shirley and Landa and a bunch of other people? I mean, I don't stamp and Shirley and Landa don't stamp, but you know what I mean. We'll be there and get to make these cards. Or you can take it to go, of course. This is my card class for this month. Okay, card number 3. Card 3. This card base is copper clay, 5.5, 8.5. So I'm just going to fold it in half. It's got a little mark on it, so good thing we'll cover that. This is the front. This is a portrait up and down card as well. So all 3 I made are portrait. The last one is landscape, the one I'm not going to make, but I'll show you. Okay, then our next layer is copper clay embossed with that gorgeous distressed tile embossing folder. I'm just telling you, like, you kind of have to have that folder. When I ask I have multiple helpers who help me cut now, and I'm always like, hey, do you own this, this, and this? Because I'm using it and I need to know if I need to give them mine. Everybody had this folder. They didn't all have the dies I asked for or punches. Folder, straight up answer yes. So there you go. Okay, so we have the copper clay. I'll have the full measurements on the blog. Then the next piece is the All About Autumn designer paper. This is like a 2-inch strip that we'll put over here toward the left. This is a copper clay design. I like color, I should say, on the design. It's the copper foil side. So it has a really pretty little pattern on it in copper foil. The back side is like old-fashioned books or encyclopedias or something. And then this is that paper, which is coming back in stock. October, I think 16th. I know 23rd, I think. Let me look. It came back, and of course we all bought it. I bought a whole bunch. I owed a bunch of people this paper. And I needed a bunch for myself. October 23rd. So it's coming back, but I tell y'all, set an alarm for October 23rd to check all day and order it when it comes back. So I'm just going to flip through it real quick because I've shown it on multiple videos, but I have combined all my packs because I had so much where I put all of one design together. You only get 4 of each pattern when you order it, but I might have like 10 of one, 3 of another, or whatever. All of them have one side where it's got some kind of copper foil pattern on it. This is the other copper color one. It's got a little bit of a different pattern than the one I'm using today. There's basically each color that's copper on that has the copper on it. There'll be 2 patterns. So like here's a mossy meadow and here's a mossy meadow. 2 different patterns. Here's like the tile pattern. Here's the other tile pattern. More mauves, more greens, and peacocks. 2 coppers, but the other one I have pulled out for class. Then we have the 2 peacocks. There's the second one. The 2 mauves. 1, 2. The 2 vanillas. 1, 2. And then, of course, the back side is prints or photography looking prints of fall, all kinds of fall images. It's just gorgeous paper. Like, that's why it keeps selling out, because they made it too pretty. They messed up. I started to say a bad word. They messed up, though. They made it too pretty. Okay, next is a pre-die cut vellum cardstock square. It's the largest square from the layering. I don't know what I was going to say. Stylish Shapes dies. It's the largest square from Stylish Shapes. Vellum. Then these are the autumn leaves dies, these pieces here. So in the autumn leaves dies, there's two different labels. Actually, there's three if you count this really skinny one, but three nice rectangle labels that have pierce marks on the edges. So I've cut the longer skinny one in basic white. Love these dies. And then there's actually two leaf of this shape leaf. Man, I forgot what y'all told me this is. It's the one that looks like something else that's illegal. Anyway, this die right here, this leaf, oh, maple, it's maple. It's a maple leaf. I remembered. There's two different dies that kind of each go a little to the left, a little to the right. You're going to get one of each die cut out of the amazing oxidized copper paper, which is this one here. In the oxidized copper, so it's like distressed, I guess oxidation causes the distress, right? You get one that's just pure copper, which is what we cut the leaves from, and one that has pretty peacock mixed in, which I think is like another color your paper, your metal turns when it oxidizes like that. But anyway, it's gorgeous. Oxidized copper paper. Put it on the list. Who knows if it'll sell out. So those leaves are cut. And these are the smaller maple leaves that do not match the stamped images from autumn. I did a video with the autumn before. You can go see it and see all the stuff. And then they, what am I trying to say? With these leaves. Oh, it cuts these little slits in them to give detail. So they're just gorgeous. Okay, stamping for this card. I'm going to pull my scraps back in. We already did those two leaves. Remember that I'm going to need the two stems that I stamped on the scraps already for this card, but I did not punch them out yet. Two pumpkin stems, so I'm going to punch those out real quick. And then I need these other two pumpkins in copper clay, which obviously I haven't done yet. These are my two class samples. That was just an extra piece of white. Here's the one I actually used today. These scraps that pop out with these builder punches do bug me. I have to get them out of my way. I don't like them just laying there on the table. And I'm not like that clean and neat of a person, but there's also a piece of gold trim in your packet for this as well. Gold trim. It's the silver and gold trim that is in the online store. It's online only. I've been trying to order it constantly. Yes, Cindy, it only came back for one day and everybody bought it. You had to be, it was for a few hours it was available, but you had to be there. But Cindy, so literally, Cindy, put it on your calendar, alarm, whatever you do. I set alarms for October 23rd. If it comes in sooner, I will post on Facebook. Where's my... but like it came in on October, I'm going to check the calendar because 9th, but it was like 1 p.m. So I just kept checking it literally every 30 minutes. And I know some people have to work and all that, so I understand. But I checked it every 30 minutes. And then around 1, it was available and I ordered it, but then a couple hours later, it was sold out. Okay, I'm stamping the two pumpkins in copper, which are the two pumpkins that we can punch out. So just stamp them, in the same direction as me if you want to not waste paper on your punch. And then my greeting on this card is going to say, "You're the pick of the patch," which is just a nice thing to tell anybody. And that fits really well on this label die from Autumn Leaves. So you can put it on whatever you want, but fits that die really well. Okay, so I'm going to punch the smaller one first. I'm going to punch the larger one. I'm going to waste. Oh, no, I'm not going to waste. Am I? Lord. I'm going to waste some paper here, but that's okay. I realize what I should have done now. You know what? I'm going to change my instructions. Change them right now. Deal with you later. This is what I should have done. And 1.5 by 4 1/4. I'll fix it. Silence. Okay. Because I don't like wasting paper. I'm going to go where my brain was yesterday. We're going to put the large one on the right, the small one on the left, but you do have to pay attention to the direction, and then the peacock one in the middle. That'll be my instructions for anyone taking this to go. Not everybody even sees this video, by the way. Shocking, I know. I'm going to say new pick because y'all know I forget everything. I think I already took pictures of these. Okay, that's going to not waste your paper and get it stuck in the punch. Punch this one. Punch this one. And plenty of room to cut that one out and stamp a second one if you mess up. All right. Okay, I think we have all our pieces now to be able to put this card together. We're going to have those gems. We have this gold. Let me show y'all what trim that is. Gold and silver. It is while supplies last. It's in the online store only. Gold and silver trim combo pack. And it's a piece of the gold. We're going to make a bow out of that. Okay, so I will attach the embossed copper clay. All these words starting with the same letters. I always want to say the wrong names. Copper, Cajun, whatever. Copper clay cardstock embossed. I'll attach that to the card base. The next is the 2-inch strip of designer paper, a little more adhesive than normal because it's so embossed. This goes toward the left of the card, but not all the way to the left. Maybe 1/4 to 1/2 inch, maybe more like 1/4 of an inch of the embossed showing there. Then we need to build up all of these pieces on our vellum before we put adhesive on the vellum. So what I did, I have pick of the patch is going to go right at the bottom, a tiny bit above, like where the stitching will show on your vellum square. The 2 pumpkins will be flat. Actually, though, I need to attach my stems to my pumpkins. And I did this on the other 2 cards, so I'm doing it fast now. Okay, then my 2 pumpkins will be flat. I'm going to have the smaller one in front of the larger one. Looking at my sample as I'm talking. This is going to be tucked under the greeting just a little bit. So something like that. So I stuck those down, but not pick of the patch yet. Then the leaves are going to be coming out from behind the pumpkins. So I'm going to again use my silicone sheet and add some adhesive to the leaves. I didn't press hard on those pumpkins, so I'll be able to tuck these under them. So I'll put the top right one first, just kind of pointed to the right a little bit. It can go a little past the square or not. And then I'll tuck under the left one. It will overlap the right one. And it'll be a little lower. Just build a little scene like that. Once it looks good, press. Then we'll add dimensionals to the greeting. And I did add the 2 leaves flat. You can pop them up, but I just think it makes, sometimes it can make one element less special if everything is popped up. Plus this whole piece is going to be popped up. So that's why I only did the greeting with dimensionals. So the leaves, I just put one on each pumpkin, one to the right one facing to the right, the left one facing to the left. And then there's that. And we can flip it over and place Stampin' Dimensionals on the back, only where you can see pumpkins or cardstock or whatever, because then they won't show on the front. I only put 5. You can definitely put more if you would like. Oh, my light. It flashed, but it made like a scary sound. Okay, this will go toward the bottom. Sort of, no, more to the left. More to the left toward the bottom. And then we'll just tie this trim in a bow. And then, excuse me, Mary Ellen. Got me on the big screen. Thank you, Mary Ellen. I know. I definitely can see things better on my iPad versus, phone, and then computer versus iPad. And then, but yeah, I never put stuff on like YouTube and stuff on my TV. I don't know why I don't do that. I can, but I don't. Although the TV I have in this room is not huge, so having it close to my face sometimes is better. But if I was in the living room, it'd be awesome. Okay, so mini glue dot, the gold bow down here, bottom right corner of the greeting. I'll add these 3 gems, these solid faceted gems from your packet. Where's my tool? And this is card number 3 of today's video, plus my card class for October. It's $15 or free with a $20 order. Anyone can take it. It is offered to go as well. Thank you, guys. Everybody commenting. I don't see names. Oh, Kelly says, I love in person. So much fun visiting with everyone. Yes, Tommy, thank you. She will case this card. Thank you, Pat. Thanks, Cindy. Let me go back. Hey, Christine. Good morning to you. No problem. And then somebody else. Trying to keep up on 2 screens here of comments. Okay, there's the order we made the cards in today. Chris caught the end of it. Okay, so thank you guys very much. Carmen, thank you so much. So here's 3 cards of my card class. A couple of things. I'm going to show you card number 4. I want to remind you about the recipe cards that you can get over on my blog, stamptherapist.com, at 11 a.m. Central. And it will give you the measurements and the supplies used. You can print those. They look just like this. You can print it off or just view it online. If you see a mistake, let me know, by the way. And then the I also just on the blog have the measurements as well as the supply list on the blog too, even if you don't want to click on this link. What else on the blog? Measurements, supply list, and individual photos, which I also post in the VIP Facebook group. In addition, this is the 4th card we will make for card class this month. It's a Halloween card. It's got a glow in the dark on this this tombstone, whatever it is. That's glow in the dark paper. So if you give this to a kid, I think they're going to love it. We've got a cowboy skeleton on here, a little fence, the gray, bones background. Chevron. That's the word I couldn't think of earlier. Chevron. Oh my goodness. And then the dog is on here, and then it says each tree can be scary. So I want y'all's opinion. Does this look good as a word bubble? That is that punch that I showed you last week that we demonstrators can order right. well, some of us can order right now. And if you join my team, you can order it after you're active. It's a bee. So the pointy part is the stinger of the bee. So it's not like a perfect word bubble, because usually that would be pointing out from the side instead of right down the middle. But anyway, what do you think? Does it look good enough? That's what I used it for on this card. And then I'm going to bring the camera back up. I know, Shelly, it is easy to cast. I do cast music to my TV sometimes. All different but equally awesome. Thank you. Let me see who said that. Mary Ann, thank you so much. Thanks, Landa. I did try to make them different on purpose, you know, like just to, yay, Cindy. I don't know, just to make them different. So this is the card class. Any questions, let me know. Ramona, thanks. Julie, card number 2 is Julie's favorite. I really like card 2. And I have an inspiration to show y'all from that. I think, is it on this board? Yes. So I'm going to turn the camera up because I didn't want to take these samples off of my display board. I'm afraid of how I look right now. But I have some samples I can share with you. I'm going to point the camera up. I just want to catch these comments real quick. So Cindy, thanks for sharing. Love copper clay, Marcia. Yes, that color is gorgeous. Yes, Ro. If you could come to DeSoto. But Ro, oh no, you live farther. I was going to say maybe you can come to Temple, but no, it's still far. Thanks, Shelly. Thanks, Ramona. Okay, so Stella, thank you. The word bubble's perfect. Thank you, Ramona. Got one opinion on that. Okay, so I'm going to point this camera up. I'm actually not pointing it up. I'm switching to a different camera. So I have this display board. This is like the fall display board. I have many, many display boards. These come with me to my in-person, by the way, in DeSoto. So you get to see these in person. That's why I didn't want to take it off, because class is next week and I have to put them back. This card right here is a swap I received. I doubt I have the person's name. No, because they usually don't stick the name to the back. So it falls off as soon as I put it in the display board. That is the inspiration for this one. Can you see? And then that goes along, or that is in combo with a card Alejandra made, where she put a strip of ribbon, this particular ribbon down the center, but it was a Christmas card. So I used inspiration from these two cards, or this one and that other Christmas one. But also on here, so let me back it up. I know it's a glare, but here is a Halloween card I made with the pick of the patch. Sorry, I'm looking at my camera over here to make sure y'all can see it. So I'm looking to the side. Here's a couple of cards with the fall leaves, the autumn stuff. Let's go down. I'm just going to try to hold it where you can see. Autumn leaves, pick of the patch. This was from our team meeting. Super cute. Autumn leaves and pick of the patch. That was another one from one of my classes. And then that's the one I showed you already. And I love the color scheme in this one. She used like Lost Lagoon with pumpkin pie and I think petal pink, and put a smiley face on there. I think that's from a retired stamp. I'm not. No. I think that's from the gingerbread stamp we have right now. So she put a smiley face on the pumpkin instead of a jack-o'-lantern, which is smiling, but you know. Another one for my team meeting, just using punches and leaf dies. A Halloween card, I think also from the team meeting. And then just a fall card there with the leaves. And then all these leaf ones as well. Here's one pumpkin and the rest are the leaves. Oh, wait. I lied. Here's another pumpkin one. Again, with alternative colors. So I know that's not the best way to show those samples, but I hope it is a little bit helpful. And Anne Margaret, thank you. She says, love your display board. They're very simple. It's these 88 cents or so white boards from Walmart. I use both sides. You can see I've ripped up the back of this one. Once one gets too raggedy, I use the other side. And our Stampin' Up! Clear medium envelopes, I usually just cut off the top or close it up, but very loosely. Seal it up much wider because a lot of people's cards will be wide because like when you cut it in half, it's not perfect and all that. Anyway, and then cut the top off of that and then just use tear and tape and stick them on there. And they're so cheap, you don't have to stress about, oh, but this one's going landscape and next time I might not have a landscape card. Just throw it on there and then make a new board when you need a new board. Yes, Stella, come to Temple and have fun with us at retreat. Yes, girl. Yes. Debbie loves the second one also. Thank you. Awesome. Okay, well, thank you guys so much. I will see you next week, Thursday, 9 a.m. Central, same time, same place. Any questions on any of the events I talked about or, any of the stuff I talked about, starter kit special, events, whatever it might be, just let me know. I will see you guys later. Have a great day. Bye. I'm going to click end.